Okay, now we're going to look at how we set up a Facebook page. Now, before we start worrying, at the moment we're not trying to brand and create an image or even decide what this page is going to be for. Instead, we're just creating a page so that we can gain access to Facebook's Audience Insights. Audience Insights is what we're going to be using as one part of our market research. Because we can build up audiences, see if there's a market in our geographic area, and use this information to shape what our business is. So the only reason we're creating a page now is to get access to the tool which allows us to get this information. So don't worry too much right now about these steps. We're going to loop back around and then we're going to brand and decide what our Facebook page represents in a later video. So log into your personal Facebook. And then on the left, look for the Explore tab. Sometimes these are in different order, but Pages should be near the top for you. So look for the orange arrow, that's Pages, and click here. Alternatively, you can go to facebook.com/pages to go directly. Now, these are pages of either clients or things that I've liked. What we're going to do though is go to the top right and it's Create Page. Now we have business or brand or community or public figure. This is a distinction that Facebook doesn't really explain very well. They put this distinction in place so that a popular brand like Nike could have its official page, and that would be under business or brand. But then this would still allow Facebook users to create pages like I Love Nike or Nike Shoes UK, for example, which are communities of people who form around a particular business or a particular brand. Facebook then made it a bit more complicated by adding in public figure. So if you're a celebrity or somebody that's well known in your own right, you might go ahead and create a public figure page. But for the most part, what we're going to be doing, because we're setting up businesses ultimately, is we're going to be using business or brand. Now there is another way to check. So we have category here. Let's say I'm setting up a plumbing business and I'm going to be generating leads through my online presence. In this case, I would type in there we go, plumbing services has already popped up. Whereas if I was in community or public figure and I use category and typed in plumbing, nothing comes up. So we can use the category auto-suggest as a rough gauge of where our particular page should be. 80% of the time it's going to be business or brand. So for example, I can't even put in Nike there. You can use these auto-suggests to see if that particular category is a community or a business, and generally it's going to be business. So let's go ahead here and we're going to put in okay, my new business page, Brixton. So it's going to be, I don't know, a bookshop. There we go, bookstore. It's going to ask for an address. I'm going to put in, my office address. So this is my new business, Brixton. For example, this isn't a real business, obviously. Optional, and you can say don't show my address. You are going to have to provide an address. You can use your home address and then just click don't show my address. In my case here, I'm using my office. Okay, and then tick here if you don't want it to be shown. If you are running a physical location, if you have a shop, then generally you are going to want this to be visible because it's going to help people find your shop later. If you're running a purely online business or you're using your home address, then go ahead and tick this because you don't necessarily want that information to be published. And then we click continue, and it doesn't like that. London, United Kingdom, that's fine. Okay, now we're into the branding, the look and feel of our page. For now though, we're just going to skip, and then we're going to skip again. And that's it. We now have our page. It's going to try and get us to invite our friends, etc., etc. We do not need to do any of this right now. We are going to come back in a later video and make this look like a proper business page. We're going to add information here. We're going to have an about section here. We're going to have an image here, for example, and then we're going to start filling it with content. But right now, all we need to do, we've done. We've created a page, and now we have access to Facebook's Audience Insight tool, which we'll be looking at in the next step as we move into the audience research stage.